song, the beginning of the song, I'm like, hey, yo, Van, hey, yo, this is a hit.
Yeah.
But that was in real time.
Yeah.
Like, we were just talking, he started recording. I'm like, yo, this is a hit.
Everybody in the building, clap your hands right now. Giving praise, you hear that trumpet sound? It's the anthem, so get your hands up. We lighting up your city, let's go praise him right now. Everybody in the building, clap your hands right now. Giving praise, no delay, let the trumpet play. It's the anthem, so get your hands up. We lighting up your city, celebrating all you with me, with me, with me. It's a city jam, not a slow jam. He's my everything.
What's up, everybody? My name is Joshveer, and today I'm here with a very special guest today. He is a musician, spokesperson, basketball player of the Kitchener Titans, entrepreneur, and is currently on his way to become one of the most influential people in our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you, Anthony Lee. Let's go, homie.
What's up, man? Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yo, man, it's always a blessing to have you, man.
Yeah.
You were one of the first people I wanted to meet up on because the amount of stuff that you've been doing, not only for just our community, but in general, is like truly a blessing. I want to thank you for that, man.
No, I appreciate it. I'm glad to just be a part of the city and just having an impact, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I'm here for a reason and a purpose, and I feel like just doing the music and doing, playing basketball, and I've been doing it for 10 years. It's just been a blessing, but then also to see the shift that I've been able to do, because I can't play basketball forever, but I know I've been given a gift, in music and speaking, and just trying to empower people, with good inspiration that's going to uplift the community, the city, and give them hope. And so I love doing that with words, whether that's through art and music, or whether that's going to schools and just speaking at various places. And, I love having good hype and good energy. And so all of that stuff really means a lot to me, because I feel like once you give off that vibe and people see what you're really about, then people are drawn to you. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, there's so much talent here. There's so many people with gifts that I just want to play my part and my role and what I can add, and delivering that to the people.
Right.
Is
it interesting you brought bring up this area, because you said you're from Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times people from our area will either go to the States or whatnot, right? Never
Right.
normally the vice versa. So what made you go to that? Like, I'm here.
Well, I mean, a lot of it had to do with basketball.
Right.
So I've been doing music forever. Obviously, I've been like an undercover musical artist, and I feel like during different seasons in your life, there's certain gifts that's going to be more out there, and other ones, when you're in the right season, it's going to show forth a lot more. And so that's what's happened. And the basketball part, I came here to play for the KW Titans, and when I did that, it just opened me up to a scene where I can network with people. I can talk to others about, the aspirations I had with speaking and doing music. So it opened up different doors. And so my talent in one area opened up other avenues for what I'm doing now. And so, I've been playing all over the world, played in the Middle East, South America, Europe, but I never had the chance to really just lock in and set roots. But now I'm able to set roots, build relationships, and, meeting you guys and people like that. And so now I'm able to like really lock in and do certain things that I feel like I've always been called to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you think you could be here for a little bit, or you go?
Yeah, man. I say it's whatever the Lord's will, the Lord's plan. Obviously, I'm a believer in Christ, and I feel like He always brings different people to different places on an assignment and purpose. And so, obviously, however long He wants me to be here to establish certain things and make my mark, that's what I'm willing to do.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I want to talk a little about your basketball career, because with the KW Titans alone, right? You've been there for almost a year now.
So this is the second year.
Second year?
So I played here last year, and it's my second year playing.
So how did the opportunity come up? Did you reach out to them and they reach out to you?
Yeah, so what happened was basically we had a child, me and my wife. We had a child that was on the way. And so when that happened, we knew that we wanted to, plant some roots, right? Like, so I want to have a child overseas. No, we'd rather have it in Canada where, We have family here. We have people that we're comfortable with, and so I knew like if that's going to happen, then I need to find a team in Canada. And so Kitchener Titans was one of the first teams that I reached out to because we were looking at different cities. So once I hit them up, they were like, "Oh yeah, like let's take a look at you," and they were pretty fond of me and liked what they saw, and so that was perfect because I'm like Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge. I want to be in a nice city too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great things that's out here in this area. So I'm like, okay, like living out there will look nice. Different cities, close to Toronto, just stuff like that. And so that's what brought me here to this team. And so once they accepted me and wanted me here, then it was like it was up from there. And so that leads me into this year where I've been able to do so many things within this last year, being involved in the community, staying here for a whole year, and now doing all the things that I'm doing now. I feel like I'm a part of the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
that's good, man. I mean, I was going to talk about it later, but I guess I want to bring it up right now. One of the things that I really appreciate about you, Mona, right, is you going to like schools that not only just in the Waterloo region, but just in everywhere and whatnot, right? What made you do that? Like, not many people like go out there like to give like motivation speeches to kids. Or whatnot. Like, what do you?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So I've always felt like um, this is one of my mantras. We're all more than gifted for a purpose to serve others.
Right.
Whatever gift that you have, you're here to serve others with your gifts. So it opens up other doors for you to have a good influence, to speak motivation and to speak life into people. And so kids are drawn to sports, kids are drawn to basketball, kids are drawn to music. So I'm like, if I'm going to be, um, you know, in this position, I want to be able to steward it right. I want to be a role model. I know
Yeah.
some people say like, don't look up to athletes or musicians as role models, but I feel like if we do pride ourselves in being role models, we're helping the next generation look at different people like us and how we live and how we treat people, how we love, how we care, how we try to support people, and they want to do the same thing. And so I know there's a lot of things that be going on in schools and a lot of things that's plaguing the younger generation. So I want to speak life into that. I want to help and be a person that's going to help build them up. And so I speak on like, you know, words, talk about how powerful words are. I talk about bullying. I talk about, music. I mean, I know we love music, but the things that we put in our ear gate is so important.
Yeah.
And sometimes we wonder why our kids are getting involved in certain things and why they're not acting right at home. A lot of it has to do with the music they listen to.
Yeah.
Because we're all influenced by something, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I do music. And I don't curse my raps. I feel like if I get a hot beat and you know how to put rhymes together, anybody could feel it. You know what I'm saying? And so kids are attracted to that. Adults want their kids to be a part of stuff that's going to, you know, um, help them to continue to learn and develop. So I just want to have that role and like do a good job with it.
Yeah.
So
No, that's good. I mean, we definitely need that more in our community. Like, not many artists are willing to do that, and especially like not cursing in like music and whatnot. So like, you don't curse at all. Like,
nah, I don't. It's just been something that's been a part of me. Like I grew up in a home where my parents, my family, we don't curse at all. And obviously, since I'm a man of faith, not saying I've never made mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm smart and I want to make sure that I'm being a good example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just be different, right? Sometimes people are scared to be different. Just like some of your favorite musical artists, when you talk to them one on one, they may tell you they don't drink, they don't smoke, but they may have this persona that they do, right?
Yeah.
But then when you really talk to them, you see like, nah, they don't do this for certain reasons. So I don't do that because I don't want somebody to ever say, oh, you talk about this in your music, but then you talk this way in front of other people. I don't want to switch up. I want to be the same person whoever I'm around.
Right.
So I just try to reflect that in my music, try to reflect that how I talk. And yeah, that's how I live.
That's crazy. So One of the, I wanted to ask you another question. On the one of my favorite songs from you, "Light Up the City."
Yeah.
Oh, well, not right. What does that mean? Like,
Light up the city, man. It pretty much means that we want to have an influence in every city that we go to light up the city and spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And with me being a Christian, I'm unashamed, I'm unapologetic, because I know what it means. Being a Christian is a representation of showing the love that Jesus Christ had for us and showing it to other people. And I know, depending on the type of Christians people may meet, they may think otherwise, but that's why I want to show a different example of what that means, right? Obviously, I'm not out to condemn people or, tell them they need to do X, Y, Z. I love just being an example and showing how I love, how I care, um, and the way I live my life. So people can ask, like, man, how do you still have faith when you're going through certain trials and tribulations? How are you still able to just be you and do what you do? And then I get to, talk to them about, who he is. So lighting up the city is coming into areas where they have no hope, where there's a lot of turmoil and whether it's crime, whether it's problems that's going on in the city, and lighting up the city with positivity, right? And that's through music, that's through inspirational talks, that's through targeting certain topics that everybody really wants to talk about, but we get scared to do so. And so bringing light to that and doing it in a fun way, right? I'm a basketball player that loves to, you know, run basketball clinics and camps. So basketball is always going to be a part of me, but adding the music element too
yeah,
is something that I know that anybody can rock with.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, for me, when I heard the track for the first time, it felt like an anthem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's what I felt like, especially with the trumpets and whatnot, right? And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the producer about it because
Yeah.
you were speaking, it was 3 Van and whatnot, and particularly how that track was made. You guys made that beat in the car.
Yeah, bro. We made it in the car. Shout out my man 3 Van on the beat. He originally had the foundation, right? And then because I'm a musical artist, the only thing I can't do, I can't play the keys, right?
Yeah.
But I can play the drums. But I know sounds. I know melodies, I know sounds. So in my head, when I heard the original beat, I'm like, yo, add the trumpets, add the claps. Like, so I had this idea in my head of like how we can enhance the beat to really make it like a song that can be heard all around the world. And we got together, we mixed it up, we added those elements, and I was like, yo, this is a hit. So even on the song, the beginning of the song, I'm like, hey, yo, Van, hey, yo, this is a hit.
Yeah.
But that was in real time.
Yeah.
Like we were just talking, he started recording. I'm like, yo, this is a hit. And I'm like, yo, let's keep that in there. And so obviously what comes with that stuff is marketing, promoting, and it's still a fresh song. Like it came out October 2024. So
Yeah.
I really want to push it. But yo, I heard something the other day. Never get down about certain songs that you feel like that is not out there that everybody can hear and see. Because there's a lot of songs that we may hear now that has been made for years, but it didn't get the pull and push
Yeah.
until the right moment and right time.
Facts.
So I would say that to artists, anybody that's like working on their craft, don't get discouraged about it not being blown up. Because if you have a good song, if you have a good material, when it hits the right market or it hits the right hands, it's gonna make some noise. So that's what I think that's gonna happen with that eventually. And so I started a concert based off of the song, Light Up the
Right.
City. And I already explained what it is about, but yeah, that song is a hit, bro.
No, that's crazy. I mean, I feel like definitely when you definitely do a lot more shows of one night promote that single, it's gonna blow up a lot more.
Yeah,
Like I mean, it was already hot like when you dropped it. It's gonna
Right.
keep going up.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, in regards to both you and 3 Ben and whatnot, you guys have like crazy chemistry.
Yeah, man. I just tell you real quick how we met. So I was going to I rapped at this church. They had me do like one song and at the very end, of service or whatever, went downstairs because they was having refreshments. And I just thought to go up to 3 Van and just talk. Little did I know of his history and background just in music. He was doing some understudying and working with Young Money. I met this
Yeah.
dude in church. I'm like, what? And when you first meet Three Van, you know, because sometimes what I feel like we do is we may judge or or look at people's appearance and be like, nah, I don't think that they do that. I don't think that they are into this.
Yeah.
Little did I know was that he was into hip hop and he already had been working on music, producing beats. So I'm like, yo, let me send you my mixtape. Sent him my mixtape, and he sent me all these beats. I'm like, you did this? He's like, yeah, man. Then I heard his music and what he was on. And so we have been vibing ever since. And we're still building that chemistry every time we lock in. And so I just think it's been good, man. It's been a great divine connection, I would say.
So, would you say you have a lot more tracks with them?
I got a lot more tracks, and obviously Light of the City is the only song that I have on streaming platforms. I have a mixtape on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. But Light of the City is the only song that's on all streaming platforms. But I got so many songs that I'm going to be releasing in the first quarter of this year, 2025.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to get ready because there's so many things that's about to happen and take place that I feel like, it's going to really uplift the city. And so, yeah, man, a lot more stuff. It's just a matter of time before we drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still an independent artist, or are you signed?
I'm independent. I'm independent. Of course, I can give out my shameless plugs.
Yeah.
if somebody see this and they got a good deal for me on the table or stuff like that, that would be great. But obviously, I love to work and create my own stuff, and I love the people that's surrounding me now, and so I want to do whatever God's will is. And so if that doesn't come, that's fine. Work it independently and allow Him to open up the doors, right?
Yeah.
So that's the type of time I'm on.
Right.
Yeah.
So, as an independent artist, right, do you find any like barriers or whatnot, like in contrast to someone who's who is signed to like a record label and like?
Of course, I feel like when it comes to the marketing and the promotion, when you have labels backing you and behind you, they can pour a lot into it. Where you're just showing up as an artist. Obviously, you got to do the hard work and make the music, but they help with the backing and all of that type of stuff, getting you out there for shows. With me being a new artist that's actually out there, putting myself out there, now I'm doing everything on my own. So, like this past year, 2024, man, I probably, rapped at a whole bunch of places, but I was speaking as well. So I wasn't just doing my music; they was having me speak and like empower, whatever crowd that I was at. You know what I'm saying? Just giving them words of motivation, inspiration. So I did my music as well. So even where we're at right now, Evo Kitchen Bar, shout out to Evo Kitchen because I did something here not too long ago. And so I just been kind of everywhere when I've had time. And trying to do that and stay in shape and do basketball, it's been fun because I love playing basketball. So doing that and also doing the music, it's been great. It's been great.
Right. So, as an independent artist of London, right? How do you how do you market yourself, right? So, like when you have like a new single coming out, a new album coming out, whatever, right? How do you make sure that you get reach it to the right people?
Man, so everybody talks about the algorithm and different things like that. I feel like that has a part to play. But from my position, because I'm not saying I'm at the bottom, but I am right. I'm in that position. I'm in a unique position, right? Some people know who I am, right, locally, and people that's know me from basketball or just doing music, and then other people don't. So how you really work that out is just being consistent. And I've seen other people say this, but it's actually true. You got to be consistent and making content, trying to do, try to do songs. And so for me, it's different because I got a baby, I got a wife, so I still got responsibilities.
Yeah.
So like even being here, like I had to make sure that, I scheduled out my time. And when I'm doing songs, it's not like I'm in the studio every day.
Yeah.
I'm not. I had to go into the studio and I had to try to knock out 6, 7 songs.
Right.
Right. And I also got to try to, make sure that I plan accordingly because I am independent, but there's more artists that have more time to do everything because they may be single, right?
Yeah.
They may be able to move around. Me, I still got to be responsible, for my household.
Yeah.
So that's unique too. So I can't neglect the home and try to just focus so much on that because I've been playing basketball too. So now that I'm near the end of my career, um, now I can fully dive into just speaking full time, doing music full time. Whenever that happens, God willing, when I can be able to do that. But right now, I just been doing it in pockets,
Yeah.
and so just doing the best that I can with that.
But yeah. So sorry, you say you're like sometimes that you're thinking about ending like your basketball career.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 10 years in. So I've already played 10 years professionally all over the world. I played in over like 12, 13 countries,
Right.
right? So um, I know that there's a shift that's taking place. Whenever that shift actually happens, um, then, I'll just pray and know when it's the right time to leave the game. But I feel like with what is happening now and stuff like that, I would just say that, that time is a lot closer.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at all the things that I have going on, building a good team, around me. And so to see what will happen with that is not too far fetched,
Yeah.
So obviously pray about it, but I feel like it's coming closer, a lot closer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, I do like say what would your like shit, how do I word this? Like for your last game and whatnot, right? If you ever I still want to see you play and whatnot, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
a talented guy, right?
yeah.
But like how would you like your last game to go out? Like
My last, and it just really just depends on where I play, man. My last game to go out, I would love to just have fun, just
yeah.
have fun. Because it's different on every team that you play on,
Yeah.
So it's like me being around, I know how it goes. There can be politics, there can be certain things that happen, within the course of a game, within the course of a season. So if I'm confident and just comfortable with knowing that, I've had a good career, I've done certain things, but now I am ready to take that next step. Whatever happens in that game or whatever, I'll be satisfied with because I know it's not the end.
Yeah.
I'm about to embark in a whole nother career that's going to be just as exciting, just as influential. But now it's another passion. There's another motivation to go get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
So like when you do move past like your like finish your retire from your basketball career, right?
hmm
Would you ever like consider coming back to it? Not as like a player, but as kind of like either a coach or
Man, so I could see myself coaching. You know, I could see myself being um an advisor or um like a counselor in a way,
yeah,
being one to be there for the players to be able to talk about certain things because I know as an athlete, athletes go through certain things and they
right,
sometimes they can relate with former athletes or ones that's been through it. Um, and so when I think about coaching, I think coaching can happen in a lot of ways. That can happen through doing camps,
yeah,
doing skill clinics, um, training people, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be like a team or a pro team or whatever. Because honestly, y'all, what I'm doing right now is I feel like that stuff is going to take over a lot. So to just try to coach full time or something like that, I think would be kind of, unless God is like, this is what I want you to do. I think that will kind of take away from all the other stuff that I'm now building, right? Doing the music, doing the speaking. And so to make content, to make music and all of that, and trying to coach would be kind of, there could be a little conflict in
yeah,
that. So I feel like doing the music, doing the speaking, doing camps and stuff like that, I can manage that
right,
better because now I have control on what I want to do. You working for a school or a team or a professional league, you can't control none of that. You have to, do what they want you to do.
yeah.
So
I saw a while back that you speaking with one of the Waterloo educators and whatnot, right?
yeah,
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 how'd you come
yeah.
across that?
Man, so I was at the Waterloo Regional District School Board. Man, how did that come about? It was through a connection through somebody that I know from United Way, I
Yeah,
believe. They told him about me, and it was a superintendent of the Waterloo Regional District School Board. Brought
yeah,
me in. We talked. I told him I was doing a Light Up the City concert, and then I told him that I'm speaking in schools. I just really want to leave my imprint and share my message. and they thought it was so good, and they were like, "Do you want to speak at one of our events?" And I just thought, like, yeah, like why not? So they were just telling me what I should speak about, and how it was a meeting for parents to come,
Yeah.
because parents want to see different things in the city, that's going to be better for their kids, right? There's a lot of things that happen in these schools, like I said earlier before. Sometimes parents want to use their voice, um, so they want to bring in different speakers that's going to, talk about the things that need to be done. So when I came in there, I basically just spoke on how us parents, and people that have kids can just do a great job and making sure that we, can have our kids, um, adjust to, especially with 2020 COVID. There's so many things that happen to kids mental, right?
Yeah.
Some kids have become more lazy now. Some kids have become, they've gotten into other things that's gotten them in trouble. And so, like, if we do a good job, as parents and as leaders, and then, people that have influence, we also help the teachers out,
Yeah.
because the teachers are having to try to get them under control and push them and try to do certain things for them. But we have a big part to play. So I was just giving a lot of more principles and values that can help, and I think everybody loved the speech, and so that was a good opportunity.
Yeah. Was it the only school you done in Waterloo, or have you done more?
Man, so I've been at a good amount of Catholic schools, and public schools. Doors have opened for that. Like this month, I got about 4 schools that I'm gonna be speaking at, and next month, the same amount. So I look forward to doing it, because I get there, I open up my presentation will light up the city. The kids get so hyped. Y'all gotta come by one of those times and see what it's like. I do the song, then I speak on whatever they wanted me to speak on, and then I sign autographs, and it's pandemonium. But I'm asking the kids, like, did y'all hear what I was saying? And yo, you hear certain things from kids that you don't realize that they go through, and we can all relate. When I'm talking about bullying, when I'm talking about racism, when I'm talking about how words are powerful, how we do body shaming, how we just say different things to people, whether they have a different religion or whatever the case may be, kids are going through certain things. I've had different people say, like, thank you so much. Kids, like, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, thank you for that. I've been bullied in school, and it's really broken my confidence, but you've kind of, helped me, believe in myself again. I mean, I've had people that's come with me to see that actually happen, and once I've spoken at the school, then I'm like, this is a reason why I'm doing it,
Yeah.
right? Because when you relate to the kids, they're going to come to you and say things to you that they may not say to the teachers. But because I am a basketball player, I have that tall stature and that type of appearance, I'm already, welcome and invited because they love athletes. But now, when you're bringing a message of substance, bringing a message that's going to, really connect with them, now they get to open up and tell you things that you're like, wow, so this is the reason why I'm feeling called to do this. So I've had that happen at most schools. While I'm signing autographs, it's like, man, I love what you said. Thank you. Like, I needed that. That's giving me hope. Almost make you want to tear up. You feel kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because kids are really going through certain things. So that's why I know that it's one of my callings to do that.
I low-key kind of wish I met you when I was younger. I wonder, right? Because as a kid, I struggled with like self-esteem, and was kind of like had the wrong people influencing me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to have you doing that for the younger generations, and honestly, I feel like your influence on one another can speak for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really feel like we definitely need a lot more people like doing what you're doing up on that, right? Because I believe that right now you're just doing this by yourself alone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like long term, would you see yourself doing this to like with more schools, with like more people as speakers, or?
Of course. Of course. Light Up the City is not just a concert. It's a hub to do more things that's going to light up and invigorate and inspire, whatever arena I'm in, right? So it's not just a concert. I want to do a Light Up the City panel, a Light Up the City talk, right? Where we're talking about issues, we're talking about certain things, and then obviously having a concert to back that up will be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like being able to have other people come in that's going to talk about certain things, um, I think is very, very important. And not saying that the stuff doesn't happen now, right? But I feel like in your area, your demographic, what can you do to improve the society and just the social, economic things that's going on? So having speakers, having people come in and talk, I think is something that for sure down the line will be great to have, and not just myself.
I can't wait for that because
Hmm.
yeah, like once you do that whatnot, I can definitely see like years down the line our community growing and whatnot. I
Hmm.
wanted to ask you personally, right? Because you motivate so many people, whatnot, right? Who motivates you?
Who motivates me?
Yeah.
Um, I am motivated by the people that I see every day that are wanting to do better, that want a better life, that obviously that want to make changes, right? And because I'm one that's not perfect, I've made lots of mistakes and things like that. But me being on the other side of it, um, especially with my faith, and also knowing that life is not promised, tomorrow's not promised, right? I'm motivated each and every day to impact the people in a way that's going to help change your life, because I feel like that's what Christ did for me.
Yeah.
Um, there's not really a particular person that motivates me in this space and what I do. It's just that um, my faith has brought me a long way. And I say that that's so important
Yeah.
because think about when you go through real issues and problems. People use different vices. They go to drugs, they go to alcohol, they go to gang violence because they want love in some sort of way that they think can fill a void, right? And obviously, you know, I know everybody's not Christians, everybody may have their own religion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for me, that's what works, you know? And so I would say instead of going to, you know, substances and things that's going to mess up your life, you know, connecting in your faith and being around people that are positive, being around people that are going to encourage you when you go through storms. Bro, none of us are exempt from storms. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or you're poor. I know in LA right now, I know we're probably like a weekend from the fires.
Right.
Rich people lost their homes. Middle class people lost their homes. Underprivileged people lost whatever they had. So all of them can relate to one thing, right? That, you know, you can have it today, you could lose it tomorrow. And so that's why I think me being motivated by my faith, no matter what I'm going through, the highs and the lows, and seeing other people, I have to make sure I have myself right, because whoever I come across, I may be able to, you know, be that light for them in that moment, not knowing that they needed it,
Yeah.
you know?
Last question. I think we covered pretty much everything. Is there anything, one message would you give to the future generation of women, like who are kind of just like stuck, not sure what to do in life, and just like looking for like guidance and whatnot? Like, what would you suggest?
Yeah, the future generation, man. Understand that, you know, you're worth it. You have value. You have gifts. You have talents. You have potential. But there's a purpose for you to fulfill, and there's a reason why you're gifted. But a lot of times and cause it to be dormant, right? Or we get involved with the wrong people, the wrong crowds, and now we don't fulfill our potential because we get distracted or we get caught up in the wrong things. And so this newer generation really tapping into their gifts and their calling, because this world is wicked, right? There's a lot of good things that happen in the world, but there's a lot of bad things that happen. And if we are able to use our God-given abilities to enhance culture, to enhance society in a way that's going to have people love one another more, be kind. That's one thing that we kind of take for granted. When you become an adult, you want to see people be more kind to you because there's a lot of mean and nasty people out here in the world. So using your gifts for good and not evil, using the talents and abilities that you have to, impact those around you, that's what people need to focus on. The younger generation need to focus on. And so having role models are important. I would say that, and having people that will help push you in the right direction is important. Because if you don't have that, then you're obviously going to the other side where your life is not going to turn out right. Your life is always going to be problems, and there's going to be issues. So be smart in what you choose.
Damn, that's some good advice. You hear that? Follow on the don't have anything.
Yeah.
But no, anyways, I really appreciate you for coming, homie.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like in the future we should definitely do a follow up.
Yeah.
See where you're at, because I mean, like I said, you have so much potential.
Yeah.
And you just elevating yourself, right? So definitely down the line we'll set up another interview like this and just see where you're at, man. I appreciate it.
Right. Pop.
Yeah. Just know that. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching and whatnot. Please support Anthony Lee Jr. I want on his IG. Is it
Ant Lee Jr.
Ant Lee Jr. on his IG? I want to go check out his music. He has a lot more music coming out in the future, and check out his work. He is the most hardworking person I ever met. So yeah, God bless. Peace.